snowing so much. Oh, I just almost slid there. I genuinely can't see nothing. How am I supposed to do this? I can barely see anything. This is actually nuts. I'll basically just walk around in this shit show. I'm going to take you on a little street photography. Okay, we're here. I'm just about to park my car. Visibility is like 20%. This is probably the craziest snowstorm that I'm about to shoot in. I'm pretty stoked. So the gear that I'm using for this run is a Sony a7 III, and on the body is a 35 mil 1.4 by Sigma. I'm probably gonna take, I'm gonna take this off, and I'm actually going to start with the 70-200. Now I love this lens, and I use it for pretty much everything. I'm definitely tossing an ND filter on here too. Out here is just way too bright. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm actually so excited. I've been doing a lot of client work lately, so just doing, you know, fun stuff like this is a nice refresher. I went to go and check my footage from my GoPro, and I honestly just realized that the clips are kind of cooked. I put an ND filter on this, thinking that the snowstorm would be too bright, but it actually ends up being too dark. Fuck. Hey, so now I'm here. I was supposed to show you a POV clip of me going around Niagara Falls and doing some street photography, but since I botched it, I might as well stick around and show you like what's going on through my mind. Like, what is street photography, you might ask. So obviously I chose the most extreme day to go and shoot. It actually wasn't too bad, but yeah, the snow was definitely tricky to go and shoot through, because like the auto sensors keeps on adjusting to the snow, right? So sometimes I find it that it's hard to track, especially when you're trying to focus on the subject. It's just really hard to get that shot just right. But yeah, sometimes you gotta go manual just to get through it, just to get the shots right. So, but anyway, what is street photography? For me, I think street photography is capturing the moment of everyday life. Now, it's a little bit controversial because, I mean, like, if you go through Facebook group pages of like street photography, I know I posted a couple times and some of the posts never went through, and I realized there's always a subject, and by subject there's a person. This run, I wanted to capture more subjects, but the problem was that like no one was out there. You couldn't find anyone. I did happen to find a couple people working, which is cool. So it's not so dystopian when you're out there, although it does kind of feel like it when you're going down onto Clifton Hill. So yeah, like the planning and the preparation was kind of normal. Like you pre-plan when you go to the shoot. So for this, it was like going to another shoot, dress appropriately. So I was wearing 2 layers of pants, and then 3 layers of up here, plus a jacket, and then also construction boots. I have like leather boots, and eventually the snow will just get through it. So yeah, the construction boots help pretty well. And gloves, and a hat. That's, yeah, a sweater with a hoodie, so you could just, you know, extra protection, extra warmth. And then yeah, you're pretty much good to go. I honestly expect nothing. Like, I just go out there and wing it. I try to capture anything that like catches my attention, and that could be anything. So if it looks good, then I'll catch it. The challenges of expectation is you can't be expecting something, you know? Like, you can have an idea of what you want to take, right? And take that idea and put it into your own terms. But I feel like if you overthink it, you'll definitely screw up the shot. So you can't really expect too much out of it. Expectations and challenges are kind of, yeah, especially that day. Like frick, the challenges of that day actually wasn't too much with the photography aspect, but just your physical endurance, really. Like I wanted to go all the way to the horseshoe side of the falls. That was my end meet, and I'm pretty sure I only walked like halfway and then into Starbucks, which is open. Oh, the Starbucks is closed. Of course, no one's gonna be out here. Oh, they're open. Hey, sorry, I thought you guys were closed. I told myself for sure, like, I'm not walking all the way there. No way. I'm like, wait, no. I'm gonna actually go. Like, I'm out here. I'm already freaking soaked. I might as well just go. It was like another 35-minute walk, maybe 40, I can't even. It was worth it. It was fun. Yourself is the biggest challenge. Yeah. So let's start editing this. We're gonna go into our presets. This filter is a little bit too dark. Most of the time, like these filters that you apply, all you have to do is put a basic adjustment, like raise the highlights just a little bit more. Because it's snowing, I do like to lower the clarity a bit and maybe the dehaze, give it a kind of a softer look. I just want to color correct this a bit more. You'd be surprised how much an image could change just by doing a proper color correction. Yeah, you can kind of see, maybe if I get rid of this radial. This is the subject here. It's pretty sick because Lightroom allows you to select objects. All right, let's lower this down here on the main. Okay, and then let's go to the subject mask. Add some more texture if I can. It seems like it already does have more texture. Linear gradient, and I already have it texture. Boom, boom, boom. So that's before and that's after. I will rate it 5 stars and I'll mark it green. And then we move on. Okay, let's do another one without any presets. Here's another image. I do have a thing for taxis, so if I see a taxi, shoot a taxi. No presets, okay, so let's just try and wing this out. Just center it here, and then if you press Y, it'll do like a before and after. I actually kind of use it to center it. Let's just play around with this, see what we can do. Lower the highlights. I'll leave the shadows. Most of the time, leave the whites too, because down here, we're gonna raise the clarity, lower the texture, and then just slight dehaze. Now, this is already before and after. I don't really touch vibrance or saturation, but if we go down to the tone curve and adjust that, make that go up, go down, back up, and then you can actually leave this one up or down, but we'll leave it up. I kind of like the orange tone more than the yellow. Green's funny, this color has a tone of green. Yep. The saturation can actually stay. Okay, now we go to color grading. Bring that down, bring this down, and then bring this one up, or maybe down. Bring it up. So there's a way of doing this, right? This is why Lightroom lays this out. I'm using Lightroom Classic, by the way. They have this laid out so you do it in order, and that seems to be like the most efficient way of doing it. This is kind of before and after. We haven't even touched the maskings yet. Here we're gonna start with a linear gradient down to the bottom, and what I like to do is raise the clarity, lower the dehaze, and then raise the texture. I'm going to lower the saturation as well, but also subtract that mask from the car. Select subject, and it does a pretty good job. It selects the entire car. All right, now we lower the contrast. Lower the contrast because we're gonna kind of get that back to clarity and add texture again and add dehaze. Now what happens is you raise the highlights and tiny bit raise the whites. Really, if you want to do more, you can go down into here and lower the highlights of the headlights. I know it's just a taxi, but these are just some examples that you can do when you edit automotive cars. Right, that's it. Boom. If you liked this video, if you stayed around, thank you. I'll try my best to do more like this. Right now is just wintertime so slow. So it's kind of just trying to get through it really by, I don't know, getting out there more. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get out there more. February is gonna be pretty sick. There's an auto show coming up that I'm working at. So maybe I'll do a video there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do one video a month. See how that goes. Anyway, yeah, if you enjoyed this type of video, let me know. And thanks for sticking around and watching. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye. Walking around, but when you do